Now let's look at some of the reaction that we've been seeing online on social media. First of all, from the left-wing journalist Owen Jones. He essentially was making the point that he thinks the Prime Minister's speech lacks substance and targeted Keir Starmer. He says Boris Johnson's speech was classic clown style over substance, while his government empties the pockets of the poor. But it underlines the hole Starmer has dug for himself. Johnson painted him as a chameleon and Labour as a party at war, both because Starmer abandoned his promises. Meanwhile, the Daily Record's deputy political editor, Chris McCall, focused on the fact that the Prime Minister barely mentioned Scotland. He said that Boris Johnson said very little about Scotland in his conference speech, a gag about Ian Blackford and a vague mention of improving the A1 and the A75, a bit about COP26, but that's your lot. Meanwhile, Patrick O'Flynn, formerly of UKIP, highlighted the Prime Minister's attacks on Keir Starmer. He said brutal dismantling of Starmer going on now. It's a one-party state, folks. The main reason for that is the Labour Party being so terrible. James Forsyth from The Spectator, he said that that was a very Boris Johnson speech, no attempt to fit with the usual rules of Prime Ministerial rhetoric. But as his time as Foreign Secretary showed, it doesn't work for him when he tries to conform. So he's clearly decided to stick with the approach that got him into number 10. And finally, Jim Merrick from the centrist Eye newspaper said that it was a tale of two different party conferences. The 2021 conference season was a tale of two speeches. Starmer's heavy on policy, earnest, this is me and my background, and Johnson's very light on policy, crowd-pleasing, broad brush, substance versus style. Pantomime, 2161, shades versus primary colours, which can win an election.